Hey underlings, we are back! Look how beautiful this game looks. I mean, the moonlight is so nice, I love it. I don't know what it is, I like this time of night, like when it's like light enough to be able to see. Ugh, love it. Anyway guys, I teleported back to the Shrine of Resurrection because it's pretty close to the Temple of Time. I mean, don't get too much closer than that. So we're going to head there now. It's going to be great. But yeah, guys, we're about to finish the tutorial area, and this is easily the most restrictive part of the game. Alright, I mean, you have to do this, do that, you're actually told what you should be doing. Not something that actually happens much at all for the rest of this game. Which is pretty rare for modern Zelda games. I mean, it was the staple of the franchise for a while. But once it went to 3D, basically, it became a very hand-holdy experience. Mostly because I don't think Nintendo, and honestly they were probably right at this point, I mean 3D confused a lot of people. A lot of pretty well-known gamers and YouTubers can't handle 3D space, even today. I mean, they're just awful at it. And I guess Nintendo sort of just thought, you know, wow, people really need to be told what to do. Remember Mario 64. Oh wait, I'm going to the Temple of Time, my bad. But you know what? We can't go to the Temple of Time without taking out one of the most iconic things here. This skull stone thingy. So it's basically a hiding spot from moblins, or not moblins, bokoblins. It has a pretty fun way of dealing with it. Now, I do have a bow. It's badly damaged, but it's still here. Alright. Crap, sorry. I'm not used to using, like, really bad bows like this. And it's got a weird trajectory. There we go. What? Did they somehow move the barrel? I gotta get up here. Quickly. Oh my gosh, what happened? They had a mishap, guys. They have a bit of a mishap in there. I don't know how they pulled that off. Oh crap. Oh crap. We're gonna eat some apples too. Dodged it perfectly. Crap, that was bad. Let's just take that from him. Can't pick it up. We're going to pick it up. He ain't happy about that. He'll settle for my leftovers. Oh, he's going in. Nah, we'll be eating here. Check that out. Like you can see here, some chests do not open until, jeez. Looks like all the stuff in here caught fire, like all the body parts and weapons from the ones who were in here when it exploded. Pretty nasty. Alright, let's get up to the Temple of Time. should be able to climb this with, like, no difficulty at all. Should have at least 1 or 2 baddies before we get there. Nothing to worry about, though. Hold on a second, did I still have 2 axes. The only reason why I'm using the axe is because it's probably the worst weapon I have. It's more of a utility item. And I got 2 of them. I mean, if I find a better weapon, I will swap out. But until then, a bit unnecessary. Probably a good enough reason to get rid of it. These ancient screws and stuff are pretty important. You can get them later, but what's this? Pots. One of them does have something I want. There it is, 5 arrows. And I believe a bow, right? Traveler's bow, yeah. I think we want to drop this. I think we will be getting a better bow soon. I know, a little bit of a spoiler. But, just gonna do it now. Pray. You might recognize this statue. It's very reminiscent, if not identical, to the Hylia goddess statues in Skyward Sword. You who have conquered the shrines and claimed their spirit orbs, I can offer you great power. It appears you have claimed 4 spirit orbs. In exchange for 4 spirit orbs, I will amplify your being. So tell me, what is it that you desire? A heart container or a stamina vessel? Now, I'm not gonna lie right now, I want stamina. But there is a reason why I want to be collecting heart containers. So I'm torn, honestly. In my playthrough, I went with stamina vessels for the longest time. And then I went in. But you know what? For the time being, I'm going to go stamina vessels, because there is a way to change your choice later. It's not even that much later. In fact, just like anything in this game, you can go anywhere and just do it. And stamina vessels now have their own heart container-like form. I don't know how to explain it. They're actually stamina containers, but in this case, a vessel. Guess to like differentiate them. And now we can go a little bit further without having to stop. Yay! Ho! I know that ho. Huh. Oh, Link's like, I'm gonna get you. The blessing of the goddess has made you that much more resilient, I see. Here I am. Get up here quickly. Now, youngin'. I don't have all day to gawk around. They go the wrong way. I can climb it like a pleb, but I'm gonna use the ladder. Like an actual pleb. I just figured that side had more wall. Because the cool thing about ladders is you can get your stamina back while on them. So you can basically jump the whole way. I don't need to voice act this one.
Well done there, young one. Now then, the time has come to show you who I truly am. I was King Rome Bosphoramos Hyrule. I was the last leader of Hyrule. A kingdom which no longer exists.
He does look pretty freaking cool in this, doesn't he? I love those colors.
The Great Calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path.
And if Link were to ever become a king, you know that's his garments, man.
It was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me. I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago. To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age-long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy.
Not gonna lie.
The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear.
Taking a lot of liberties here.
And the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously. This coincided with ancient legends.
So they knew about them due to legends, and that's it. And the prophecy told them to start searching, basically.
We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by
This
the
also
sword
states that they didn't remember these legends.
It was they who sealed Ganon
they're
away
long
using
separated
the power of these ancient relics.
From the other games.
100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power, and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon.
Yeah, he was not having that.
Nay. Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining. From deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the divine beasts, and turned them against us. The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight, gravely wounded, collapsed while defending the princess.
That's a lot of wreckage.
And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon. However, the princess survived to face Ganon alone.
Now this is actually interesting.
Link.
If you know anything about the lore, this scene right here is very
rests with you.
or interesting. Could be both. Or it could just be an artistic decision that doesn't really mesh well with the lore itself.
That princess was my own daughter. My dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you.
Just some guy, not you though.
You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself and nothing will
So
stop him from
hurry,
consuming
screw
our
around, do
land.
whatever. What's the time frame
Considering
here,
that I
man?
could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point.
Alright.
I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages.
We'll let this
in the
episode run a
wilderness.
little longer because of like the 5-minute
Follow the
cutscene.
road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
Hooray! We're doing it, guys. Go on. Here is the paraglider, just as I promised. Yay! With that, you should be able to safely fly off the cliffs surrounding this area. And I think that's it. I've told you everything I can. Link, you must save Hyrule. Yoink. Soldier's bow, told you. Kinda going the wrong way though, aren't I? Oh no, I guess I'm not. I'm being dumb. I'm being a big dummy. In fact, honestly, this is the right call. Just going straight to the tower and jumping from it, right? A lot of times I don't like to fast travel. I'm going to balance it throughout this playthrough. Because, you know, the more you fast travel, the less stuff you're going to see in between places. I mean, this makes sense. But, at the same time, I don't want to, you know, have entire episodes of me just walking around. So, we'll try to mash it up together. I don't like editing videos to the point where it's just like a compilation of things. I like the flow of a natural progression story. Like, I'm not going to cut here and go straight to Kakariko Village and talk to Impa, like the next time you see me. Now, you're going to see the journey there. Everything along the way. But gotta remember, too, I don't have all the stamina in the world like I did before. Now, in the early game, I should be taking better advantage of the things at my disposal. In particular, cooking. Outpost ruins. Oh shoot. You're a little bit big here. Rusty shield. And a rusty broadsword. Not ideal. We're just gonna hold off on those. Well, Calvin Guts are new. When did you guys get there? I guess we could show you. I guess I'll show you another new thing. Oh crap! He destroyed that. All right. As you can see, you destroy. If you kill a choo-choo with an element, you get said element in return. So red choo-choo jelly. All right. Now things out here. See, we're a bit underleveled. Under. We're getting here. And fun fact, I think there's a talus around here. It was essentially a mini boss. It's not something you really want to run into early on. I mean, it takes a lot longer than necessary to kill. Like those Maldens there. They're not really worth us going at. I mean, you'll get experience or anything for them. I mean, you can get some pretty cool weapons occasionally. And climbing that without a lot of stamina, again, it takes a lot of time. I don't want to burden you guys with all that. Like, watching me climb a thing for 5 minutes. Though that probably will happen. We'll go ahead and take this shrine, actually. I forgot about this. What's this now? Check this out. So, we got the sledgehammer, right? Boom. Sledgehammer is pretty good for stuff like this. Rock salt. Now, this is interesting. This is one of the first things we saw during, like, the first showing off of the game, like at E3. Rock salt. Crystallized salt from the ancient sea. Commonly used to season meals. Cannot be eaten in this form. Now, what ancient sea could they be referring to? Spoiler alert. I mean, this is nowhere near an ancient sea. Or any sea that currently exists. So, you know, obviously at some point, what they're inferring here is that there was indeed a sea covering this area. And that definitely hints towards the adult timeline when Wind Waker takes place. Skip. Wind guides you. So this is kind of like the Paraglider trial. The game sort of expects you, if you're going to follow the main story, or do what King Rome Bosphoramus tells you to do, then you should be, you know, coming across this shrine pretty quickly. Nope. I don't remember how to get to that. Oh, I remember now. You don't take advantage of the wind at all for this. At least I didn't. Good weapon. I'm definitely going to drop some of my more useless crap in favor of it. And you might be thinking to yourself, wow, you do not get a lot of inventory space. And it's true. In the beginning of the game you don't, but you can expand it. And it becomes one of the more, I don't want to say major, but it's one of the more prominent things you end up doing in the game. Pretty interesting. Alright, we got another spirit orb. We're up to 5 total, but 1 currently in our possession. Because as you remember, we traded in 4 of them. Actually, that was this episode. It's been so long ago, you know. It feels like so long ago. As you can see, too, I didn't really give you much time to look. He wasn't doing the whole triangle thing with his hands. He was holding a ring. So it's a different theme for the people in this area, or the monks in this particular area. I haven't really done much research into it. I mean, I figured out the Triforce one pretty quickly. I think before I even left the Great Plateau my first time playing, I figured that one out. Because the first one, I'm like, oh, it's a Triforce. Huh? Oh, wait. That one's different. Oh wait. But I really haven't put much attention into stuff like the rings. Ooh, 4 rocks. I don't have the stamina to really cross that. Proxim Bridge. Now again, as you can see, there is I mean, there's stuff for me to do over there. Get a chest, kill those guys, but again, you don't really get much out of it. Oh, check this. Wait a minute, please, think about what you're doing. I'm young, but you're even younger. I'm trying my best out here, but I can get the feeling you're going to end up trying even harder in this world. So I'll bet the feeling you're going, yeah, well, I'm sorry. That's the feeling I get when I look at your face. Maybe I'm nuts. You're fine. Just don't be so careless. There are too many enjoyable things in the world to gamble your life on. So he thought I was gonna kill myself. This guy is actually checking out. Oops. Actually, I'm not gonna jump up there again. He's just checking out the broken down guardian out there. Uh-oh. Octoroks. They're not really bad news, but they're annoying. Ancient screw. That's a weird structure out there, isn't it? Maybe we should investigate it. There's some boidies out there. Got some little boidies over here. We'll ignore the choo-choo. Ignore the choo-choo. Actually, I'm gonna stop dashing. Don't want to drown. Start dashing now. Didn't want to take any chances, you know. Ooh, what could that be? Big and scary looking. It's like a giant mechanical unmoving bird. Whoa! No, I'm not gonna worry about him. I'm gonna waste more arrows than he's worth. Ow. You got some pretty good, like, aim. Party rash. Those are really good early on, man. Didn't realize there's so many Octoroks around here. Oh, yeah, this might actually be a Korok I haven't found yet. Are you kidding me? That doesn't work. Look where you're at. This dummy. What? Dead. Octorok tentacles. Yahaha, you found me, huh? You're not Hestu, but you can see me. I don't know your kind. I didn't know your kind could see children of the forest. Well, if you aren't into Hestu, please return this to him. Oh, me and my friends are hiding all over the place. Blah 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 blah. In other words, there's 900 of them. 900 of them hidden across the world. I've seen 3 or 4 in our playthrough that I've chosen not to bother with. Mostly out of laziness and not wanting to backtrack. This is another one. Oh jeez, okay. This is a little annoying. I'm not gonna bother with this one right now because that guy's gonna interrupt me, ow. And I only have like 5 arrows. And he's still going at me. Riverside Stable. Come on, come on. Hey, I don't believe I made your acquaintance. The name's Beetle, but you can call him... actually, let's just stick with Beetle. But even if you forget my face, you can remember me by my beetle-shaped backpack. Despite these dangerous times, you'll find me traveling all over Hyrule to fulfill your shopping needs. I stock many special bugs and must-have items for travelers. And I always charge a fair price, for my name is not Beetle. I also buy all sorts of things. If you're in need of rupees, gemstones in particular fetch a high price. Now, how can I help you today? What do you got? Arrows. None of this stuff has anything I'm really interested in right now. Arrows might seem like a good buy, but they're not. I could go for a bite. What's up, man? Ah, customer, are you traveling alone? This inn gets full marks for beauty, so I highly recommend taking a rest here. The river here makes for some lovely scenery, and if you head northeast from here, you'll find the Millennium Sandbar. The scenery there is every bit as lovely as the scenery here. I'm something of a connoisseur of beauty, you see. I simply cannot resist a beautiful sight. I try to exude this in all things, not least of all my own beautiful appearance. Speaking of which, has anyone ever told you you have the most beautiful features? This is getting uncomfortable. I do not now. I do have many fond memories of this beautiful land. If you have the time, would you indulge me? Not now, man. I'm sorry. I definitely will some other time, particularly in my own game. But you know, we're stuck here. All right, so hold, and some honey. Now I know this makes a pretty decent thing. I don't know. It might be too good for us right now. I don't know. Maybe not. Energizing honeyed apple. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Oh, that looks good. What did there was something I wanted to make. Oh, yeah. Hold these. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do this. This makes the most sense. This should give us a stamina and health rejuvenation potion. Or meal. Energizing mushroom skewer. So it gives us 5 hearts, and a third of a wheel. That's not great, but I mean, early in the game, not that bad. Now we're going to go for an elixir. Oh, we would if I. Oh yeah, we do here. We're going to hold 4 of these. And we're going to mix them with a simple key swing. Now this should give us an elixir. Probably, yeah, no, not probably. Definitely one that increases our speed. What? Oh, no, that's 100% my fault. 100% my fault. I'm stupid. I was treating those mushrooms like they're like they're bugs or something. That's simply not what they were. They were, like, for instance, alright, just for the sake of it, hold, just to show what I meant. We'll even use the same thing. This will definitely give us a proper elixir. I was treating mushrooms like they were, like, bugs or something. I don't know why. Mighty elixir. For 3 minutes and 40 seconds, we get offensive power up. And the dubious food won't hurt us, and it will go ahead and regenerate our health. So, we'll go ahead and sort that. Very good. Now, we were going on for over half an hour. I think that makes up for the 5-minute cutscene. So we're going to go ahead, examine this. We're going to skip a whole bit. And next episode, guys, we will enter this shrine and we will do the puzzle within. Hooray! Alright, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with some more Breath of the Wild. See ya!